Shalom Akim. Before we begin, I want to start off by giving all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Chakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders that grew millstone, known to teach and rule well. And peace and blessing to be unto you, fellow Akim, your brothers. Let us push out this word of truth, faith, and sincerity. All right. One moment. Salakia. All right. And the topic of this lesson is going to be titled in the day of necessity. All right, in the day of necessity. All right, and what I like about this, that phrase actually has gotten it. I'll bring out Tobit 4:9 says, I even have highlighted. It says, "For thou layest up a good treasure for thyself against the day of necessity." All right, and as of right now, as of this day, October 4th, 2025, we have pretty much seen around the world, if Akim have been keeping up with the news, the uproars of the people. And not only uproars of the people, slowly and gradually you're seeing an uptick of what draconian laws. Excuse me, Salakia. You're seeing regulations and also as well as warnings from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai that's being put upon who? Our people, as well as pretty much all the inhabitants of Babylon the Great, all right, which is America. All right, so you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, one thing they have to remember is that there's going to be a huge event, all right, as we prophesied before, Jacob's trouble, all right, and it will indeed be a great tribulation unto those that have forsaken the Lord, all right, and that's what we pretty much have been seeing this whole time, all right, this whole season. Not only with this government shutdown, we're seeing all the signs that were foretold in the scriptures, all right. And it's to the point now where not only are people disregarding their kings and princes, but now what? This place, as it has been for a while now, is more divided more than ever. All right? And these are all the signs of the times of what? The great return of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. All right? And how the Lord himself is making himself known unto the earth. All right? By these tribulations, by these adversities, because that's what it is. All right? And the scriptures always talk about what the reaction of the people and the great travailings, all right? So this is the book of Jeremiah 30:5. It says, "For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness?" Yeah, all right? So this vision that Jeremiah had seen, not only, all right, yes, it could be applied contextually, all right, for the things that has happened even in across other specific times in history, all right, to where Jake saw and were met with great trouble, all right, during the time of the Babylonians, even during Exodus, because trouble in this case is just essentially approving, almost, not even almost, it's essentially approving of the hardness and the will, all right, of Israel and the faith, right? Now, and back then, it may have been so on paper for all of Israel to be tried, but here it is now, all right, as we're going to read, all right, not all of Israel is the Israel of the Lord, and they're going to be met with these things, trembling and fear and things that don't go back to what? To peace. All right? Verse 6, "Asking now and see whether a man doth travail with child." All right, yeah. All right. Contrary to this world, we have not seen a man bearing a child, or having a man with child and receiving pains as with a woman, child pains. We have not seen that, but nevertheless, we're seeing men, all right, and we will see men of this time essentially having an effeminate trait, all right, being faithless and being cowardice. And what? Because of fear, right? Verse 7, it says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." All right. Now, funny enough, I'm already in Daniel 12:1. I might as well read this too. It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Yeah, that's right. All right. And see, this is why you have to read the scriptures with a great filtering and discerning mind. All right, because again, not all the 12 tribes, not every single soul will be saved on this side. All right, because of course promises are going to be kept. They're going to be in the kingdom of heaven. But in this time, that is Jacob's trouble. All right, I mean, look at the name. All right, this is the time of great tribulation for Israel, and it's going to be directed mainly at those. All right, great judgment upon those that have forsaken the Lord in this time. While the Lord may be found now, they didn't take heed. Excuse me, they didn't take heed to the grace period. They didn't take heed to the men of the Lord. And the men of the Lord, all right, is those that are going to actually consider and acknowledge and to hearken unto the words of the Lord. And they're going to be the ones that are going to be fine. And they're going to be able to stand against what? The day of necessity. Because what's necessary for the American people? What's necessary to them? Things that are just convenient, right? Things that are actually pleasurable unto them. You know, peace. Things like that. And that's what they're searching for in this time. That's what they have in this time. Consolation is one word. All right, they have their consolations. All right, their little quick treats in their their leisure time. You know, that's what they have. Now, as for the men of the Lord, we mortify the flesh. We seek wisdom and knowledge so that we can actually receive the stability of the times, as Isaiah 33:6. I'm gonna get it. All right, but nevertheless, all right. As for that time of the end, there's going to be a clear distinction upon those two groups of Israel, so to speak, man. You know, so we're the ones that are gonna be fine during that day. All right. I want to grab let me go back to Jeremiah 30:7, and I'm gonna have it to where we're gonna look at some Bible comparisons. Not for the sake of actually comparing, but just to see